Get ready for one of the most mechanically gifted plays you're ever gonna see. Miss. Poke. Miss. Hard miss. What a do, skibbity boo! It's your boy Shawnee B Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Baron Samedi as solo. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, Baron Samedi has a great kit for solo lane. He's able to lock somebody down, he's able to get a heal, and he has a very good team fight and ultimate. So let's go ahead and review his abilities. Baron Samedi's passive, Baron's going to be able to share his Baron's Brew with his allies. So allies are going to be able to pick up a multi-pot chalice in the fountain for 150 gold. Enemies hit by Baron are going to have Hysteria applied to them, and Baron's abilities interact with Hysteria to provide bonus effects. Targets at maximum Hysteria are going to take 20% additional damage from Baron Samedi. Baron's going to summon 2 skulls, which are going to shoot some laser beams. The laser beams are going to cross wherever Baron Samedi was aiming. Enemies hit by both beams are going to take 15% damage from the second beam. If the enemy god hit is above 30 Hysteria, their physical power, magical power, and attack speed are going to be reduced. Baron's 2 is a circle ability. If he casts it on an enemy god, it's going to apply a heal to allies near the explosion or near Baron, while also healing Baron and providing a ground speed or movement speed increase of 25%. If the enemy god hit is above 30 Hysteria, the friendly spirits cleanse ally slow effects and increase their movement speed. Baron's 3, Baron's going to throw a snake forward, wrapping enemy gods. It's going to deal damage 5 times over 2.5 seconds and apply a root. If the god is above 30 Hysteria, the snake is also going to lash out at enemy gods who stand too close after a second. Enemies hit by this are going to be injected with venom and are also going to be rooted and take the damage. Baron's ultimate, Baron's going to summon a coffin, become CC immune, and take 35% reduced damage. Enemies within the range are going to be pulled to the coffin and take damage every 0.33 seconds. When an enemy god gets pulled to the coffin, they're going to become stunned and get max Hysteria applied to them and lose 10% of their maximum health. This ability persists for 3.5 seconds or until an enemy is stunned. If the target being pulled is above 30 Hysteria, the pull strength is going to be increased. So we were able to get wave advantage and get the Totem of Kill. At level 1, we're going to put a point into our 1. At level 2, point into our 2. Level 3, point into our 3. We're going to want to max out our ultimate whenever we can. Then we're going to want to max out our 1, max out our 2, max out our 3. The reason we want to max out our 1 instead of our 2 is because it has a shorter cooldown and it does a little bit more damage. We're able to get this root onto the King Arthur. King Arthur is a rough matchup for Baron Samedi because typically whenever you use your 3 on an enemy, they're stuck. They either have 1 dash or no dashes, but King Arthur has 3 dashes. So we can root him and then he can just dash out of our abilities. We keep bopping him, we hit him with the 2, he's very weak, we probably just push him back to base right there. Totem of Coup just spawned, so instead of trying to pressure him under tower, we're just going to get Totem of Coup. The Totem of Coup is going to provide everybody on my team a little bit of gold and some MP5. So imagine popping a mana potion for everyone on your team. As you can see, we are kind of casting our 1 to where one of the laser beams goes through all the minions and the other one kind of just connects on the back archers. If you try to aim it directly down the middle, there's a good chance you're going to miss the melee minions, and the 2 laser beams are going to go to the sides of the melee minions and just hit the archers. So with Baron, all of his abilities apply Hysteria. His 1 applies 10 Hysteria per hit, his 2 applies 20 Hysteria, and his 3 applies 5 Hysteria per hit. It ticks 5 times, so 25 in total. This is important because whenever you get a character to 30 max Hysteria, you're going to be dealing 20% additional damage. Tsukiyomi rotates over. We're going to go ahead and clean up this wave with him. We are kind of splitting farm with him, which slightly hurts me, but it's not the worst thing in the world. In terms of the build, we're going to be going with the Warrior Blessing. Then we're going to be going tier 1 of the Celestial Legion Helm. Then we're going to complete our boots. We just hit level 5, so with King Arthur, it's going to be a little bit tricky because he has 3 dashes. We're going to want to try to ult him, bring him under our tower while he doesn't have his dashes. Let's say if we were going against a Bellona, we'd only have to worry about the 1 dash, and it'd be a lot easier to hit our 3 and then follow up with our other abilities. Taking a little bit of damage, but not too worried. We don't have anybody coming over, but we do have our ultimate. He steps back just a little bit. Can't tell if he knows what I'm trying to do or if he's just falling back for his blue. We're definitely trying to bait him into our tower so that we could ult him. Since we have enough money for boots, we're going to go ahead and back, and we're going to use our relic, the teleport glyph, to teleport back. As you can see, I started teleporting and then went back into the shop to buy some potions. The teleport has a little bit of a charge, so if you can charge it up, start your teleport, you usually have enough time to buy an item or a potion or two. We do not have wave advantage, so we're just going to let this wave fall under tower so we don't take too much damage. Our blue should be coming up soon. Hopefully our Tsukiyomi is going to start heading to our side of the map. We're just going to use our 2 on the wave, use our 1. We missed a little bit of damage onto that front melee minion, but that should be alright. We should still have wave advantage right here. Totem of Q is up. I don't want to hit blue unless my teammate is coming. That way we can split the farm. I don't want to put my jungler behind, so I'm going to work on the Totem of Q. And then I'm going to head to the blue buff. Hopefully the Tsukiyomi can make it here in time. I can always wait for him, but that might put me behind a little bit. Right now, our minions are clashing with their minions in middle lane, so if one of the melees goes down, we are missing out on some XP. Typically, you want to do wave, Totem of Q, wave, camp, and that's like your best chance of not missing any farm. You hit the wave, you do something. You hit the wave, you do something else. And that something else could be backing. Could be a lot of things, but you want to try to be there whenever the minions go down so you get the maximum amount of XP and gold. That's 2 of his dashes. Let's see if we can get him to keep chasing us. We're going to turn, we're going to ult him. I don't know where his 3rd dash is, but we pull him under tower, hit him with our 3, and we're able to clean him up. So that is 1 pick for us. I have a feeling King Arthur is just going to become tankier and smarter / wiser to our ways. Looks like our team is doing pretty well elsewhere on the map. So this game we're going into the cooldown boots. There are kind of 2 build options, I feel like. I feel like a lot of people when they play Baron, they're going to be going into Warrior's Blessing, they're going to be going into Lifesteal boots, Breastplate of Valor, and then try to get some cooldown online from there. But I really like the Celestial Legion Helm. The Celestial Legion Helm is going to provide us 60 power, it's going to provide us 40 physical protections and 20 MP5. Every 2 seconds that we don't take damage, we're going to gain 7 physical protections. That caps out at 5 stacks. And whenever we take damage, we're going to lose one of those stacks. So the 40 physical power, or no, the 40 physical protections is going to get increased by 35 up to 75 physical protections. That is a lot for an item that also gives you 60 power. Cooldown on Baron is very effective, but I do want to get this hybrid item online a little early. We'll probably get our cooldown elsewhere in the build. In terms of the boots, I like the cooldown boots because Baron does have a heal on his 2. If you're landing your 2, you don't need lifesteal boots, but if you're missing your 2, you're going to wish you had lifesteal boots. We have no way of out clearing that Totem of Q against the King Arthur, so we're just going to try to get some damage on him. We're going to work on the minion wave. We do have our ultimate. We're going to fall back a little bit. We cast our 2, but he did not follow the bait. We got to be a little careful here, but I don't think he's going to overstep that much. Yeah, he's like, pull me into tower once, that's all you're going to be able to do this game. So now he's wised up to our ways. We're going to make our way to our blue buff if anybody can help us. It looks like Sobek's rotating and Poseidon's rotating as well. We do have our ultimate. We cast our root. Umoja's over here. We are in a little bit of trouble. We're going to cast our ultimate. We get the stun onto the King Arthur. We're going to wiggle around, let our teammates clean this up because we are very, very weak. Yep, we're just going to go ahead and back. Is the Emoja going to be able to get out? Looks like she did. So we have enough for our Celestial Legion Helm. We're going to go ahead and pick this bad boy up. And my controller died. Slash got disconnected. A little bit of a delay, but that shouldn't hurt us too much because we have our teleport glyph. Our teammates cleared the wave, so we're probably going to want to go for blue buff right here. We're going to cast an ability on the Totem of Q, help the Poseidon out. And then we're going to rotate to the blue buff. Since our jungler isn't over here, Poseidon's going to help us out. And we're going to go ahead and pick up the blue buff. Blue buff is going to increase our MP5, and it's also going to provide 10% cooldown in Conquest. So right there is a perfect example. We hit King Arthur with our root, and then we cast our 2 on him, but he just dashed out of our 2. That is one thing that we're going to have to try to work around. It's going to be a little bit tricky with King Arthur. At least he's got the cool skin, the new King Arthur skin. He doesn't want to come anywhere near my tower now. Right as I say that, we're going to try to burn him, but he just dashes out. Smart man. They put a ward in the middle of the lane. Tsukiyomi's over here. We get our root onto the King Arthur. It looks like his dashes are down because he didn't dash out of that. Right now we're just trying to land basic attacks. Tsukiyomi's going to chase, so we're going to try to help our teammate. As solo, our job is to facilitate the kills for our squishy characters. Oh no, we're going to have to use our 2 to get a little bit of a heal, increase movement speed. Tsukiyomi gets a stun. We're going to cast an ability. He's very weak. We're going to see if there's anything we can do. So there was something we could have done there. If as soon as we heard the animation proc for the Tsukiyomi ult, we could have ran under tower and tried to get the power aggro onto us. Right here, we're in a bit of a pickle. We do not want to be caught between the tier 1 and tier 2. For some reason, this Emoji just seems very fast right here, and I don't quite know why. I am getting stunned and I am getting slowed, but she seemed a little too fast for me. Maybe she jumped through one of her portals right as she turned that corner. I don't think she's speed hacking or anything, it's just she seemed very fast. I'm checking her build to see if she's building anything with movement speed, and she's not. So I guess it just must have been the slows. Anyway, after going into our Celestial Legion Helm, we're going to be going into Warlock Staff. Warlock Staff is going to provide us 85 magical power. It's going to provide us 150 health, 200 mana, and 10% magical penetration. This item is going to allow us to build stacks. Each stack is going to give us a little bit of power and a little bit of health. At full stacks, the Warlock Staff is going to give us 145 magical power, 325 health, and then the other stats remain the same. So our blue is up, but we do not want to miss any of the farm in our lane right now, so we're going to go and try to clean up these minions. King Arthur is able to dodge our 2. We do have our ultimate, and he's able to dash out. So we just cancel our ultimate once we realize that we're not going to get him. Then we're going to make our way to the blue buff. So that was a very bad thing to do. I used both my abilities before all 4 of the little ghost minions spawn. Typically, you want to wait for the 4 minions to spawn, use your ability to clear the 4 minions, and then just focus on the large jungle camp. It sounds like King Arthur is working on the Totem of Kill. We miss our snake. We're playing it a little careful. We're going to cast our 2 from range. The 1 requires us to get a little bit closer to the wave. And it looks like King Arthur is kind of waiting for us to use our 1. From above our health bar, we can see that he has Pestilence. Pestilence is effective, but I don't think it's the most effective thing to build against a Baron Samedi. I don't know why he just relieved all that lane pressure. He just backed up and allowed me to step up and clear that wave, no problem. We do have our teleport glyph, and we do have enough money for the Warlock Staff, so we're going to go ahead and back. We see that King Arthur is rotating out, so we're letting our team know that King Arthur is missing left. We're going to teleport back to left lane. Spamming it. He's still not back, and he shows up in mid. Since we teleported left, we're going to go ahead and clean up this wave before rotating out. There we go. Just waiting for that last hit. We're going to skip Totem of Kill, make our way to the team fight. Get ready for one of the most mechanically gifted plays you're ever going to see. Miss. Poke. Miss. Hard miss. Oh man. So, it was a decent rotation. We just missed every ability other than one. So, we should just get out of here. We just need to go back to our lane. They're also weak, but it's a bad position. We don't want to push them in their tier 2 tower when nobody else is even near us. So what we're going to do is rotate left. We see Bakasora. We say, oh no, and we start running away. We hit him with our root, and we're going to keep running. Tsukiyomi and Poseidon are rotating, but I'm out. So I'm going to kind of start stepping back, make a play for the Totem of Kill. Poseidon's going to rotate away, and Tsukiyomi is going to start fighting. I guess we did one basic attack too much right there. We get the root, we hit him with our 2, we hit him with our 1, and he's one shot. He's able to leap out. I apologize just because I was there and I was a little bit late. We might have been able to get him if I was a little bit quicker there. We get the root onto King Arthur. He's going to apply his dash. We're able to get him with the 2. We do have our ultimate in just a second. Somebody else made the rotation over here. Right now we're trying to keep Poseidon alive while also trying to deal damage. We miss our 2. They're on King Arthur. Oh, King Arthur is on Poseidon. We get some damage off. Big ult from the Poseidon. We get the ult off onto Yamoja. We're going to cast our 2. Get a little bit of lifesteal. Hit him with the 1. So this game we got Heavenly Wings as our second relic. We pop that onto the Poseidon so he can get away if he chooses. Sobek is able to clean up the Bakasor. Baron Samedi also does not have a dash, so Heavenly Wings kind of makes sense on him. Sobek plucks him out of our 2, which is completely fine because our team's here and we should be able to clean him up. We have 4 people over here, so we're going to go ahead and push this tower, try to apply a little bit of pressure onto this Uller. We don't want anything to do with that Zeus because we don't have any magical defense online yet, so we're just going to get the tower and back up. Apollo and Sobek are still kind of going for it, which is a little risky. I think there's other things we could be going for on the map right now. We are going to rotate and try to help them out, however. We get our root onto the King Arthur, probably caused him to do one of his dashes. So we got the left tower, we got the right tower. Sobek is in left, Tsukiyomi's rotating right. I remember thinking we should just sell this Sobek and go get Gold Fury. They're going to have the whole team on the left side of the map, which is going to leave the Gold Fury side, the right side, completely wide open. So we're going to start working on gold. This is just the base Gold Fury, so it's only going to provide us gold. There are 2 other forms of Gold Fury, the Oni Fury and the Primal Fury. After going into Warlock Staff, we're going to be going into Genji's Guard. We're going to go ahead and teleport left. They were able to get the pick onto Tsukiyomi. 5 people over here, 1 person very weak, and it looks like they're all disengaging. They're grouped enough to where I need to consider that they might make a play for Pyromancer or for Fire Giant. So we're going to kind of loop into jungle. And it looks like we're not even going to consider them going for it. I think it's a little early for a Fire Giant pool. They could probably have gotten the Pyromancer, however. King Arthur was the weak one, so he had to back. We're going to go ahead and clear this wave. Totem of Coup is not up, but at this point in the game, Totem of Coup is kind of losing its effectiveness. It is very strong in the early game. In the late game, a lot of people have their builds online and don't necessarily need the MP5 from Totem of Coup. We get our root. We're just going to get some distance between us. Apply heal. That 2 is going to heal us, and it's also going to increase our movement speed. We're going to cast our ultimate. He uses his beads. We almost had him when he had all 3 of his dashes down, but he had beads. So his beads are going to be down for another 3 minutes, so around 21:40-ish should be whenever he gets his beads back online. We're kind of just existing, absorbing damage, missing every ability. Let's go, Tsukiyomi. I'm trying my best here, bud. We got it. We hit him with the root, and Tsukiyomi's able to clean it up. So there is a little icon that'll let you know if they are at max hysteria. It shows up in their health bar, and it looks like a little potion. We're going to check the enemy blue buff. It is not here. We do not have our teleport glyph, so we're probably just going to rotate mid. I don't see anyone in mid, so I'm going to start working on these mid harpies. And as soon as I start working on them, I see Zeus. Poseidon's pushing him. We're going to see if we can participate in this team fight and help out any. We get our root off. I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything for this Poseidon. We're going to pull the Bakasura away. Tsukiyomi is able to clean up the Bakasura. Uller is able to get our Poseidon. We're going to pop a sprint for our Sobek, thinking that he might be able to catch up with the dash. Our 3 falls just a little bit short. Now this looks like a bad fight, so we're going to start running away. King Arthur could probably chase us all the way through jungle. This is something we're going to try to avoid, but we also want to try to help get our teammates out right here. King Arthur dashes away from our ability. Sobek is rotating to the team fight. Looks like Apollo might be. We're in a little bit of trouble here. We're going to run away from the Yamoja ult. We're going to cast our 2. That's going to heal us a little bit, give us increased movement speed, and we're just going to keep wiggling around. Wiggle, wiggle. And it looks like we're able to get out. We are too weak to really participate right here. We could from range, but if anybody were to close on us, we just don't have the health to really do a whole lot. So after going into Genji's guard, we're going to be going into Breastplate of Valor. Breastplate of Valor is going to give us some physical protections, it's going to give us 20% cooldown, and it's also going to give us some mana and MP5. Breastplate is a pretty cheap item that has some pretty good stats. The enemy team is 3 physical and 2 magical, so I think it makes sense doubling up on our physical protections. One is kind of a hybrid, increase our power, make it to where it's really hard for physicals to kill us. And then the other is physical plus give us some cooldown. Baron Samedi is very fun on a super low cooldown. You can just use your ultimate a lot. And if you can keep landing your 2, you're going to keep providing heals for your team and increasing your own movement speed and sometimes your teammates' movement speed. We don't see anybody in left, so we're just going to clear this wave. Our teammates dropped the enemy blue buff, so we're going to go pick that up. It looks like the team fight is in right around the Gold Fury, so we're going to pick up the blue and start rotating that way. I could potentially push that Phoenix, but then King Arthur shows up on the minimap, and that would have been a bad play. Would have wasted some time, and we probably would not have been able to rotate to this team fight if we went back left. Since we don't really see anything, our teammates look like they're going for gold, so we're just going to clear the wave and kind of loop behind, see if we can cut anybody off from retreating. They make a pretty good play and steal it from us. We're going to see if there's anything we can do to clean it up right here. We cast our 2 over the wall, we get some damage onto some people. Zeus is a great target, so let's go ahead and try to work on him. King Arthur is behind us. Right now, it is really just Tsukiyomi for our damage. Sobek and myself, we don't really have the damage for this. We're going to go ahead and start trying to wiggle out of this. This is a lot to wiggle out of. We're going to cast our root, cast our 2, so we get the heal and the increased movement speed. We should be able to fall back to this tier 2 tower. Oh no, the Umoja portal. Sobek might go down. Sobek does go down. So we're just going to try to stay alive right here. We miss our 2. King Arthur and Zeus are making a play for the tower. So if you look at the little purple thing next to their health, that is their Hysteria charge. King Arthur is almost at full Hysteria. Uller has 0 Hysteria because he has no purple bar. Same with the Emoja. That King Arthur's is slowly going down. We miss our 3. We're able to hit him with a 2. We miss our 1. We're going to kind of push up with this Apollo right here. But I think they're going to be able to get out. I don't think there's too much we're really going to be able to do right here.
Be right back.
We're going to go ahead and back it up. Pick up our Breastplate of Valor. We have a pretty penny in the pocket, almost 3,000 gold.
Can my snake wear this instead?
Are we going to sell? Yep, we're going to sell Warrior's Blessing, and then we're going to start going into Obsidian Shard. So, before Obsidian Shard, the only magical penetration that we had was 10% from Warlock Staff. With Obsidian Shard, we're going to gain an additional 20% magical penetration. We're going to gain 70 magical power, and its passive, the first ability cast, gains 10% magical penetration once every 10 seconds. So with the passive, we could potentially be doing 40% magical penetration, which is a decent amount. I also just realized I forgot to provide these stats for Genji's Guard. Genji's Guard is going to provide us 150 health, 70 magical protections, 40 MP5, and 10% cooldown. Whenever we take damage from a magical ability, our cooldowns are going to be reduced by 2 seconds. This can only occur once every 15 or 30 seconds, I forget the actual timer. But Genji's Guard is a good cooldown magical defense item. Bit of a team fight, we're going to rotate back to the Tsukiyomi, see if we can help him out at all. We miss our 3. Tsukiyomi is able to clean up the Bakasor. Uller and Zeus are their 2 squishy characters. Their damaging characters are in mid. So right here we're getting some good damage. We're able to get the pull onto the Zeus. We pop our sprint, see if we can catch up to this Uller. Sobek misses his pluck. We're going to cast our ability over the wall. We miss our root. So right here we kind of made a crucial mistake of the solo and support both were chasing, and we just left all of our damage alone to get the Phoenix. Luckily, we're going to be able to recover and at least get the Phoenix, and now we can start working on backing up. Paul is able to get the pick onto the Uller, get a little bit of damage onto the King Arthur. We're able to hit him with our 2, that's going to heal us, our teammates, and provide us a little bit of movement speed. We hit him with the 3, hit him with the 1, miss our 2. We're doing our best, there's just not a whole lot we can do. King Arthur was at red, so that little purple bar was red, not just purple. That means he's at max Hysteria. We use our ultimate just to try to get some damage off and secure it, but Apollo didn't need any of that, so we wasted our ultimate. We're going to go ahead and work on the red buff, but nobody's coming back. Right now, Sobek and Apollo are pushing right lane into 3 people. I don't think that's going to turn out very well, but Apollo is able to get a pick onto the Zeus.
Even as your allies fail you, seek opportunities to turn the battle.
Sobek is still tussling up there. We're going to make our way left, pick up the blue buff. We're already level 20, so we're really not that concerned about getting any more XP. We're almost at full build, so we're also not that worried about gold. We still do have a few things to buy gold-wise, but we have a majority of our damage, defenses, and utility already online. So now Tsukiyomi is going to go help the Sobek. Sobek goes down, and now Tsukiyomi's in a really bad spot. Now it's really just me and Poseidon. We're going to have to play a little bit defensive. It would have been nice to have some wards. I'm not sure why I didn't pick any up.
Why ally yourself with someone so weak?
We're going to try to get Poseidon out of here. It's just the King Arthur we got to deal with. Everyone else is in the left lane. Good ult from the Poseidon. He's able to clean it up without us using our ultimate. We had a lot of bad ults this game. We opened with a fantastic ult, and then that's at least the 3rd one that we've gotten nothing from. To be honest, I think there was like 5 that we haven't gotten anything from. But if you are landing your ult and you're getting a stun every single time, you are going to have a lot of success with Baron Samedi. We're having a decent amount of success, and we're missing a ton of abilities and a ton of ultimates. Between the three of us, we are able to secure the Fire Giant.
Be right back.
Retreat.
After getting an objective like Fire Giant, I think it's a good idea to just have the whole team back, and then you push from base as a team. That way everyone is grouped up somewhat together, moving in the same pace. That also allows everyone to potentially get another power spike by completing an item. Sobek's up by himself. They might be making a play for Gold Fury, so we're going to try to rotate over here. So the one issue with everybody backing after getting an objective is it leaves the other objective open. We probably could have gone from Fire Giant to Gold Fury. Their right Phoenix is about to come up, so if we can apply a little bit of pressure in right lane, we should be able to take this Phoenix.
Attack middle lane.
That was a Sobek dash.
On my way.
We're going to go ahead and make our way mid. We're going to tank it since we are the solo. We are able to get the middle Phoenix. That is a Mojo ultimate. We get our 3 onto the King Arthur. We try to use our ultimate to save the Apollo, but we're a little late. We're able to get the pick onto the Bakasor. We get our root onto the Uller. Sobek saved the Uller right there. I think Uller jumped in and Sobek just tossed him right back where he jumped from. Swing and a miss from us. Right now we're chasing their 2 tanky characters and they have just the Uller up. I don't think we have end potential right here. We don't have Apollo, and Apollo is the majority of our structure and objective damage. And Zeus is about to come up, so this is about to become a very bad fight for us. We're going to get a little bit of poke onto the Titan, but we really need to start backing up right here. We cast some abilities. Zeus is able to get the pick onto the Tsukiyomi, and now we're going to immediately start running away. Sobek is going to go down. We should have just kept running. We should have sold him for our escape. With fire minions pushing right and fire minions now pushing up mid, I think there's a window where we can attack left lane. Poseidon gets a great ult off. We're going to tank for a team. We hear somebody rotating over. Nope, nobody rotating over. I don't know what I just heard. That's all 3 Phoenixes down. So we should just back, not be too aggressive right here. Let the fire minions apply their pressure. Poseidon goes in. I try to use my ultimate to save Poseidon. It's a little bit late. We get the ultimate off onto the Uller. Get a little bit of damage, but Zeus is able to clean us up.
Do not let them see you like this. Retreat.
That is the Tsukiyomi skin from the Battle Pass. It's a pretty good looking skin. I'm a little disappointed with this Battle Pass, but I think that might just be coming after the Avatar Battle Pass, which is probably the best Battle Pass that Smite has ever had. Oh, we sold our booties, or boots, and we picked up the Ethereal Staff. The Ethereal Staff is going to provide us 90 magical power. It's going to provide us 200 health, and it's going to provide us 20% crowd control reduction. These are pretty helpful stats. It's going to make us a little bit tankier, provide us some power, and it's going to prevent how long we can be CC'd for. An example would be if we get stunned for a second and we have 20% crowd control reduction, we're only going to be stunned for 0.8 seconds. The passive on Ethereal Staff, you steal 8% mana and 6% health of the target's maximum health and mana. The siphon or the steal is going to last for 45 seconds, and you can steal from multiple people, but you can only steal once every 15 seconds. So when we deal damage with an ability, we are taking 6% of their health, and we are taking 8% of their mana. We're going to use our ultimate. We get a couple procs off. He's such an invasive character, but Poseidon is able to clean him up.
Attack middle lane.
We have two Phoenixes, very weak right here. We need to make a play for at least one of them. Just Baka and Yamoja. I don't think we have end potential right here because Uller is about to respawn, but we should be able to secure these Phoenixes. And I think the plays just immediately go right. Go clean up this one. Uller gets a stun on us. We get a root onto him. Actually, I couldn't quite tell if we got the root there. We're able to get the right Phoenix. So now that we have all three Phoenixes down, now we're looking to apply some pressure and even potentially end. It is just the three of us. We are able to get the pick onto the Bakasor. Apollo is able to ult in. Now it is a 4v3. Minions already doing work. We should be able to just apply a little bit of pressure. If you guys enjoyed the game, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. The stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.